Curious about sleepwalking? Like, what is it? Who does it? Why do we do it? Well, in the book, While You Are Sleeping, we have a little entry on sleepwalking. And again, just to stress not just the wonders of sleep and the importance of sleep, but stressing just to make sure that you're getting your sleep, because it's not only the coolest thing you can do, but really one of the easiest things to do for your health. So remember, for good health, get good sleep. Well, what about sleepwalking? Have you ever gone to bed only to get back out of bed without even knowing it? Well, even if you can't remember doing it, there's a good chance you've been sleepwalking before. So again, keep that in mind. It's not just weirdos and the strangers, freaks who do the sleepwalking. There's probably a good chance that at some point in your life, you were a sleepwalker. And if not, maybe you've laughed at or been startled by someone else who was. So even if you're not the sleepwalker, have you ever looked up and saw someone coming out of their bedroom or walking around their house and you could clearly tell that they're sleepwalking? They had no idea what they were doing. Most people have some kind of stories, usually a lot of crazy stories about other people sleepwalking. Well, the scientific name for sleepwalking is, get ready for this one, somnambulism. All right, somnambulism. No matter how many times I say it, it's still tough. But we call it sleepwalking, but scientists and sleep scientists, people who study this, actually have an official name for this activity. And it's actually quite common in children. So depending on how old you are, this might be why your relationship or your recollection of sleepwalking may be different. So if you're younger, you may be like, hey, I was sleepwalking just last night. If you're older, it may be like snoring, and it's like, I don't do that, right? Yeah, other people snore, not me, right? Other people sleepwalk, not me. But again, more likely than not, you sleptwalked at some point in your life. It may have just been when you were much younger. So sleepwalking typically occurs within the first hour or two of falling asleep. And it can last anywhere from a few seconds to, get this, half an hour. So it's one thing to, get out of your bed and wander around and, maybe go to the closet or go to the bathroom and realize what you're doing. But could you imagine being sleepwalking for 30 minutes? You could, sleepwatch a TV show, right? You could sit down and sleepwatch, you could sleepwalk, you could sleep cook. You could do any number of things. And luckily, most kids tend to grow out of it by the time they reach their teens. So again, it's something that happens with younger kids much more than older kids, because could you imagine if they were teenagers or adults who were sleepwalking? And again, if they were sleepwalking for 30 minutes, what if that let them sleep drive? Could you imagine highways and roads out there with people asleep literally asleep at the wheel? So it's a good thing. It's kind of a funny thing that our body allows us to do, sleepwalking, but it's probably a good thing that it's something we grow out of. Now, before we go though, I'd be really curious to know what you would do if you were sitting minding your own business and you saw someone sleepwalking by. Would you wake them up? Would you let them go and just let nature and sleep take its course? Would you play a trick on them? What would you do if you saw someone else sleepwalking? Really curious to know. So stay healthy, get your sleep, and stay